The Life and Times of Harriet Tubman. Arminta Ross was born into slavery in the 1820s in Maryland. Arminta, or Harriet as she later changed her name to after her mother, showed a strong defiant spirit at a young age. When she was 12, she blocked a doorway to protect a field hand from an angry overseer. The overseer picked up a weight and threw it at the field hand, and it fell short, hitting Harriet's head. Harriet reportedly suffered a sleeping disorder as a result of this. Around 1844, she married a free African-American by the name of John Tubman and took his last name. Although John later married another wife, Harriet still kept his last name and became known as Harriet Tubman. Although Tubman was undoubtedly the best conductor that the Underground Railroad had ever seen, the truth is that she started out herself as a passenger on the Underground Railroad. 5 years after she married John Tubman, she feared that she might be sold south with the other slaves on the plantation, and she decided to make her escape. With the help of the Underground Railroad, she made her way to Pennsylvania and then afterwards to Philadelphia. It was here that she met William Still, who was a conductor on the Underground Railroad. She learned the workings about the UGRR and became a conductor herself. It was not long before Tubman decided to make the dangerous journey back to the South to rescue slaves and other members of her family. She was determined to do her role for the Underground Railroad, and the incredible perseverance and selflessness in which she did so became legendary. Tubman started to become friends with some of the leading abolitionists of the Underground Railroad, including John Brown and Frederick Douglass, who once even said that, "Except for John Brown, I know of no one who has willingly encountered more perils or hardships to serve our enslaved people than Harriet Tubman." By 1860, she had made 19 trips to the South and had given freedom to more than 300 slaves. Because of this, it's not hard to see why, at one point in the 1800s, the reward for Tubman's capture reached almost $40,000, a huge sum of money at the time. And although many people tried to catch her, she was never caught. She used clever tactics, such as rescuing slaves on Saturdays so that news of runaways escaping could not be reported until Monday, to help aid her in her crusade against slavery. Tubman was so concerned about her passengers' freedom that she even carried a gun that she used to threaten them if they wanted to turn back, saying, "You'll be free or die." With the outbreak of the Civil War, Tubman was ready to serve her people. She served as a spy, a nurse, and sometimes even a soldier for the Union forces. During one occasion, she led gunboats down the Combahee River in South Carolina, where they burned the crops and houses of slave owners. More than 750 slaves escaped that day because of their efforts, and Harriet Tubman was given credit for planning the raid, making her the first and only woman ever to lead a U.S. military attack in known history. It was also during her wartime service that she met Nelson Davis, a black Union soldier, who she later married. Harriet and Nelson settled down in a home in Berne, New York after the war. It was here that she lived until she ended her long and successful life in 1913. Harriet Tubman was buried in the Fort Hill Cemetery in Berne with military honors. Tubman was posthumously honored many times for her heroic achievements. In 1995, the federal government even made a postage stamp bearing Harriet Tubman's name and portrait. Harriet Tubman's name will always be written in stone in the list of history's finest heroes. And her bravery, her good spirit, and her unbelievable determination never to give up or turn back will continue to inspire for decades.